Hey, hey! My name is Fhonda Hatmaker, and I'm a lead director with LimeLife by Alcone. I am so excited. This is my first YouTube video, so you are going to want to subscribe. Today, I'm going to show you 13 makeup mistakes that age you, that you might think look good because back in our era, it probably was the style. So we're going to get started right away. You're going to want to subscribe. Leave me some comments. Leave me some good feedback. And let's get started. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to take and draw a line down my face. So what I want to do is on this side, I'm going to do the mistakes. And on this side, I'm going to do we want to do this the correct way. The do not and the do. So on this side, you might notice it's a little higher. I've got some anti-aging products. I have the One Drop Wonder and the Sotox from LimeLife by Alcone on there. And here I didn't even moisturize. So you might see that this looks healthier and glowing and this does not, because that is the #1 mistake in makeup. You have got to have a good foundation for your foundation. So we're just going to draw a line so that we do the do's and the don'ts. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Have you subscribed? You should. All right, let's get started. The first one was the skincare. You've got to have a good skincare. The second one is your foundation. Your foundation should match your neck and it should be your skin tone. So you don't want to go too dark or too light. We're going to first do the side that is a no-no, because any good makeup regimen starts with a primer. So what I'm going to do is cover this side of my face, because this is the correct side. And this is LimeLife by Alcone's First Base Primer. I'm in love with it. You don't have to touch your sensitive skin. So then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to let that dry, but I'm going to do the wrong color. So I have natural undertones or pink undertones, so that I would use the olive, and I'm an olive too. But we are going to use the Shinto, which is for the more people that tan easier in the sun and not really burn, and we're going to go darker than my shade. So we're going to go into Shinto 3. I'm using this side of my blender, and you see that already? Oh, does it hurt yet? And I can already tell that this is not going on as smooth as my side that I have. And I'm really going to cape this on, y'all, because that's another no-no. You don't get the wrong color and you don't cape it. Just cake it and cake it on. But we're going to on this wrong side. I'm going to show you that it'll age you so drastically. So you should find me on YouTube and Facebook and get to know me. I am just a simple country girl from Tennessee, and I just like to spread positivity. You can already see that that makes me look older on that side, right? And we really caked it on. It's on there. So LimeLife has a wax-based foundation. It is incredible. It smooths to your skin, and it's very light and airy, except when you cape it on, right? So you can see that already doesn't match. It doesn't blend. It looks really, really different. And it ages me. So let's go with my right color with a little bit of primer on there, okay? So what I do is I take the side that I haven't used. I'm going to just twist it in that product, and then I'm going to just kind of blend it, bounce it on, as you see, that matches my neck perfectly. Blah, 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 blah. You'll see that a lot, y'all. I get tongue twisted, tongue tied, whatever you want to call it. But that's okay. We're still going to go right on through. And you're going to want to watch this to the end. Especially if you grew up in my era and, you know, we went all the way on the bottom with our eyeliner. You see that? Now, that matches my neck perfectly. And it's balanced out really smoothly. It's not caked on there. It's not going in my lines and just all that yuckiness. So that is olive 2, and that is my color. Okay. So this is the do, and this is the do not. Okay. The next makeup mistake is caking on a concealer. Caking it on. Just putting too much in an attempt to cover up your fine lines and wrinkles. So we're going to grab our concealer brush. And I'm going to show you the do first. So do come down in a V. And I also use this to prime that eyelid. So do come down in a V. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to blend that all in. So you'll see that it highlights that lid and that under eye. And you notice that I went in the V, okay? Not in what I'm fixing to show you over here. The mistake that people make is they go in. I'm going to grab another brush. We're going to need another brush for this. They go into their concealer. Let me find my concealer. And we're going to take the number 2 one for this one. They go into that concealer. And they stay right here. They live right here like almost a U. Okay, that's going to age you. You want to blend it out so that it smooths against the skin and looks satiny smooth. Now watch this. We're going to cape it on just like they said. You really don't want to do this. It's going to age you. We're going to leave it right there. I am going to do a little bit on my eyelid to prime it just like this. Now, you see that? You can tell that it's discolored. On this side, you can't. It all blends in. But right here, we got this U, and we kept it right in that U instead of blending it out. So that makes you look older. We're going to cake it on because that's what this is all about. Trying to hide those fine lines and wrinkles right around your eye. And you're just not going to do that by caking on concealer. Okay, we're going to leave that right there. Yes, we are. It's painful, but we have to do this. Now we're going to take and set this. This is our start. This is our foundation. So you have seen 3 makeup techniques that is going to age you. We don't want to age. So what I'm doing is going into my white powder. We're going to make this a matte finish. So where I get my color is from my color, from your blush, from your contouring and your highlighting. You don't want your foundation to be the color that you pile on. As you see, that white powder does not change the color of your foundation. It really just makes it a nice matte finish. Let's let the, yes, there we go, here we go. And I'm just going to make our line a little starker on my nose. I blended it in, and we want to be able to see the line for the do and the don't. Okay, so Be sure to look me up on Facebook and follow me. I do live videos there a lot. And you'll see more of these amazing products and these tips. I always try to give something youthful to my audience. So you see this, how it's aging me. It's already wrinkling up there, whereas this one's not. It's smooth and it looks good. Let's move on. So when it comes to blush and blush placement, it is very important. We're going to do the good side, the do side. We're going to do it with a little bit of Alive. This is Alive. This is LimeLife by Alcone. We have 50% pigment, so I don't want to go into that. So you don't want to go too low with your blush because it's going to pull your face down. You want to keep it around the apples and go right. You want to go just, if you're my age, you want to go back a little bit. So right in here. Okay, you don't want to go too low because it's going to drag your face down. And you want it looking lifted and perked up, right? Okay, you see how lifted that looks, how cherry that looks. Now let's go into a darker color because you don't want to go too dark with that blush either. Let's go in with a darker color and let's go real low with it, really low, because if you're overdoing the apples of your cheeks, you're going to look cartoonish. So we're going to use Excited for this. I'm going to just dip into that color. Remember, I'm going lower with this. And I'm going to stay on those apples. And I'm really going to play off those apples and go lower. You see that? How that makes me look drawn down. It makes me age here. And you don't want to go too dark. You really want to blend that out. See that? See how supple this looks and how drawn this looks? And it looks cartoonish, don't it? So that's mistake number 4. You don't want to make this mistake. Look at that. I look like a cartoon. Number 5. My favorite makeup technique. Are you ready? Eyebrows. So with eyebrows, you always want to correctly brush them up so that they're all flowing in one direction. And then you want to match the root of your hair. Oh, you want to match the root of your hair or just a little shade darker than the root of your hair. So what I'm going to use is a corkable eyeshadow. That's my perfect match. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to go into my perfect match. Now I love to use this tool different ways. You turn it any way that you're comfortable with. And I like to kind of go there. Now you always want your darker color to start in that arch. Because what that does is that draws people's eye up and it makes your eye area look lifted. Look how natural that looks. Look how curved that looks. And then I just take this and I kind of blend that in so that it looks more natural. And then I take this and I brush it again. And look how natural that looks. Looks good. And then I trim it. I like to trim mine. I like for it to be sharp looking. And I don't like no fallout. And then once I trim it, I take that blender. That's my magic eraser. And I just really blend right where it lays. Look how natural that looks. And sharp, right? Now watch this. We're going to go the wrong way over here. We're going to go with a darker color And we're going to get it thicker than a Snicker, because that is, we're not going to brush it in the right direction. We're going to get it thicker than a Snicker, and we are going to pile it on, because that is the trend. Thicker brows are in. We're going to go in with, let's go in with brownie points. And we're going to do this in really thick. Really, really thick. And really, really dark. This is going to really aid you. We're going really thick with this one, really dark with this one. We're going thicker than a Snicker. Look at that, how aged I look already on that side. Oh, it's painful. Oh, that's painful. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. You're going to see a lot more painful things. Look at that. That is painful. Not only that, but it looks so incredibly drawn on. So fake, right? Let's just go a little bit thicker. So that's another mistake people make. Getting them too dark, or too thick, or too thin. I look like a cartoon character. I look like a bad 80s model, don't I? So, that is mistake number 5. Overdrawing the brows. Getting them to look like too much, right? And adding too much color. You want to keep to your hair color. And if you're a blonde, you want to go with a contrast that isn't like a red brown, but more of a shadow gray brown. So, if that makes sense, look at the color of a shadow. It's not really brown, it's more of a gray, right? So you want to go with skin tone colors. Let's move on. Eyeshadows. So you might assume that iridescent eyeshadow makes you look younger, right? Common mistake. So, first we're going to do the right one. I'm going to start with One Night Sand. It's going to be my transition color. And this is on the correct eye. We're going to do a little bit of a transition color. And I'm going to blend that really good. It's going to give it a good bed. And it's just a little bit of color, right? Just a little bit of color. Just a hint. And then I'm going to come in here with my darker color, and we're going to use La Vida Mocha, number 27. And I'm going to place that darker color right in here, okay? Right in here, okay? Then I'm going to take my bigger brush, and I'm going to blend that. So you're going to watch this. Right now it might look like a mad mess, but we're going to watch this. I'm going to blend my darker color. And if you have fallout, we can clean that up, y'all. So I'm not going to worry about fallout. I want it smoky looking, and I want it blended. So we're going to take our eraser. You see this fallout? We're going to get rid of that fallout. A good way to get rid of the fallout is first dust it off so that you get the excess. Then take your concealer brush and go right up under there. Going to get that fallout and then blend that. Okay. See, it got all of that fallout, and it still looks very smooth here. So we're going to keep our darker matte, a matte color, because if you go with a shimmery color on the edge and you have like fine lines or wrinkles or crow's feet, it's really going to show up there. So we don't want it there. I'm going to just put a little more color on there. And I'm going to blend this. It's not a shimmery. It is a matte, a flat matte. And we're keeping the darker color to the edge so that it opens up the eye. Did you just see that when I placed that darker color and I went a little bit higher? It really opened that eye up and made it look younger. So that's what we're going to do there. Now another little trick that I like to do is I like to keep this cleaned up. So I'll even put a little there and then go in there and windshield wiper. Windshield wiper, keeping that natural. Now here's where I'm going to put my iridescent, and I'm not going to go real extreme with it. I'm going to take my Sweet Dreams and just highlight up here. Very little. You see that? I didn't use a lot of Sweet Dreams. It's still shimmery. It still looks very lifted on that side. Now let's go in for the wrong way. So we're going to use iridescent. That's number 6 tip. Number 7 is piling it on. You want to go subtle with it. You see this one is very subtle. This one looks very, very sleek. It's still got a little bit of shimmer here, but it's not pulling the wrinkles. It's not going, oh, look at my wrinkles. Look at my fine lines. Let's do that over here. So we're going in with a pretty penny, a brassy color. And we're going to put it all on this bottom area, all over. We're going to shimmer it up. Let's put a lot because it's about piling it on, right? So I'm going to do that. So you already see that, right? You can see where my lids have some fine lines. Then we're going to go and put this other shimmer on top of that. We're going to blend that in because we're not trying to be ridiculous. We're trying to really show some mistakes here. And then I'm going to take a darker color just like I did over here, but it's going to be a shimmery dark and just lay it over there. So too much shimmer is going to cause you to look older. You can done see that. It's causing to look older. Another thing that people think is tugging your eye when you're doing eyeliner or eyeshadow. That's actually going to make that fall into the grooves, and you're going to be able to see that. So we don't want to do that. So let's pile this on a little bit more. See all that color? Every one of those colors are shimmer. You don't want to do that. You don't want to over shimmer, because that is going to make you look older. Look at that. It makes you look older. It draws attention. Over here, we just got a subtle shimmer. And it looks very chic, very hip. And this one over here looks very, very 90s. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to do some winged liner. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our eyeliner and I'm going to go over the top a little. Okay, let me see if I can't find a mirror here. I'll have to use the one in the back of me. So what I like to do is I like to put that on, and then I take a very small brush and I like to smoke that a little bit. I don't like a really stark line. I like it smoked a little bit. You see that? And I don't naturally do a winged eyeliner. I just prefer not to. But I'm going to show you that over here. Okay. You're going to go up like this, leave it, and then come back over. Now I'm going to show you what they're talking about pulling the eye. This is what you don't want to do. So you see that? It's a very soft little wing. You want to go up toward the end of your brow and then fill that in. Okay? And that's a winged. Now here is pulling it. Let's see how I can do this. And I'm going to leave this side start. Now I'm going to pull it to make my wing. And I'm going to do it downward. So as you see, it's a lot thicker there. It's not really a winged, it's more like a swoosh. But that's from pulling it. And this is a sharper wing. And very slick. So you see the difference? From pulling it, you don't get a sharp wing. So then I'm going to bring this down just a little, about to half pupil. And then I take that same small brush and I want to smoke that liner a little bit. I do not want it real stark. And I want that cleaned up there. I want it to about half pupil. And see how much that softens it just by doing that? Just take your shadow brush and just smoke it. Okay, see how that softened it up? Made it softer looking? Okay, then we're going to go all the way, the whole 9 here, okay? Clean that up a little bit. I don't want no fallout there. Okay, now we're going to go all the way over with this. You can already see all of that line from that caped on. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it looks creasy. This is some solid 80s and 90s right here. All the way over. So that really ages me. You see that? Now I don't want to be ridiculous, so I'm going to pull it up a little bit. And there we go. You see how much older that makes me look with this eyeliner going all the way over. It looks really raccoony. It looks like we got too thick with our thing when we kept it sharp over here and where it was supposed to fall out, right? So, that is the eyeliner mistakes, and that's number 9. So, let's move right into, did you guess it? Lashes. Let's move right into lashes. So, your best friend should be a lash curler, okay? So, a lash curler will help your lashes look fuller, will help them look curled. So, I'm just going to use that right here. And usually I'll take the hairdryer and I heat mine up a little bit because it helps with, uh-oh, I got something on them, didn't I? That's okay. Our magic eraser. See, you can't stop this live action. And there's my magic eraser. Let me make sure what happened here. Let's get that. Yeah. Okay. We're going to curl these top lashes. You're going to tilt your head back, look straight on, and just grab the lashes. And what I do is I like to push it a couple of times and just press on it, and it curls those lashes for me. Y'all, there's no telling what you're going to see on my videos. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's just, I'm just me. I don't try to be anybody different. I am just me. So I like to curl my lashes, but I also like to go on the top like this and then pull them back and sweep all the way through the lash. I like to have fanned lashes. I like them to fan out. And a lot of people think that you gotta hold your mouth a certain way. That might be true. And I don't like them real clumpy. I like them to be very subtle. And then on the bottoms, I don't like a lot. That'll age you too. I just kind of touch the bottoms ever so slightly without re-dipping my wand. And then I'll let this dry and I'll come back over here to the top. But let's see the mistakes. So the mistakes with lashes is we tend to lose the volume, y'all. We actually lose a whole set of lashes every 90 days. But they're always coming back, so you don't really notice that. So, one thing is caping it on. So I'm going to do that over here. Caping it on, trying to make them look fuller instead of grabbing a lash curler and just doing what we're supposed to. Also, another thing that will aid you is going too thick on the bottom lashes. So, let's do that. So, we're going to do a couple of coats with the top just to make them thicker. It's hard to get this LimeLife to clump. Okay. So this makes me even look darker on the bottom there. And not only that, but my eyeballs, my eyelids and things feel heavier. Okay, let's come back to that. I'm going to go ahead and I always put on a second coat. But I like for them to fan and not be clumpy at all. And I like to add a little bit of lavender in mine so that it helps to promote my lash growth. So, and it conditions the ones that I have. Let's go ahead and coat this, and I'm going to try to pack it on because, like I said, it's hard to make this clumpy looking. Oh, this is painful. Okay, so I think I got it pretty clumpy. Okay, now, so what do you think? That looks really cartoony, don't it? I look a lot older on this side than this side. All right. So, the next tip, so that's the lower lashes. The next tip is overdrawing with a darker lip than the lipstick and using too much, a heavy lipstick. So, let's do that on this side. Okay, and I'm going to overdraw. Okay. And then I'm going to use a heavy lipstick on that side. But let's put the right lip liner on first. Right on the lip. Filled them in. And then we're going to put on a thicker, a thicker lipstick over here. I'm going to use macaroon for this side. Okay. And we are going to use, sugar plum on this side. Okay. Wow. You see that you can see the liner. It's a different color, a purple, than the other. So, the proper thing to do now would be to use a setting spray. But who wants this to last 16 hours? Not me. Not me, not me. So, I'm going to spray this with setting spray. And that will make it last for 16 hours. It'll make it finish dewy soft. And we're going to go ahead and spray this side. Just to show you what it looks like, just to be fair. So what do you think? What do you think? Do or do? Which one? Which one? So if you found some useful information in this video, please comment below. Please subscribe. I can't wait to get to know you better. And guess what? I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. Again, I'm Fhonda Hatmaker.